Hello, everyone. If you're joining me today, I am doing a project for my entrepreneurial creation course, ENT 610, at Western Carolina University. This is a four-part project, situational analysis. What I will be focused on today is Porter's five forces analysis, the competitive analysis. I partnered on this project with Jarrett Bailey, and we are reviewing, we're doing this analysis on Exit Denver Cafe. Uh, a little bit about Exit Denver if this is the first screencast that you're viewing for this project. Exit Denver Cafe is currently a hypothetical business. It's play on words, Exit Denver. So as you can guess, it is a breakfast slash lunch cafe or diner. It's owned by a husband and wife, Jarrett and Caitlin Bailey, named after the town in which the restaurant and the owners reside in Denver, North Carolina. Now, if you are not familiar with Denver, North Carolina, this is not to be confused with Denver, Colorado, as most times it is. It is a small town outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, adjacent to Huntersville, North Carolina. Those are two of the larger cities. Um, we're going to jump right into Porter's five forces. You'll see a chart here, and I'll kind of review that. It all circles around the industry rivalry, and you have your bargaining power of suppliers. You have the bargaining power of buyers. You have the threat of new entrants and the threat of substitutes. So in these next few slides, we're going to take a look at each individual as how it relates to Exit Denver. The industry rivalry, there are several local diners already in the area. Just living here and being very familiar with the culture and the atmosphere and the food scene, there are several places to go to get breakfast, especially between the hours that we want to operate. We want to operate Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like I said, strictly breakfast and lunch. There are lower cost breakfast lunch options. Exit Denver Cafe, I feel like, is a lot more elevated than some of the restaurants and diners that you would see here in town. And so, of course, the pricing is going to be higher because we are trying to attract a different clientele. But all in all, everybody, no matter what the clientele is, they want to save money. So anybody that is offering a lower cost option is going to be a rival. Also, we do to go orders, or you can sit in. But even so, if you were to order a to go, it is not going to be quick as the fast food industry because, of course, they offer a drive-through window, and Exit Denver does not have a drive-through window. So as fast as we can be, I don't think we would be able to top the fast food industry as far as timing goes. So that is also a competitive, I would say, advantage. Either way you look at it. Bargaining power of buyers. Um, Other restaurant options, like I said, are easy, accessible, very accessible. Everything's kind of all in the main area there. And I mean, if you were going to go to one restaurant, there's another one right across the street, just like it. Um, the buyers can say, I want to go, I don't want to spend as much as I would at Exit Denver, so there's a lower cost option, or I could just choose to stay home and make my own breakfast and lunch for my family. Some people don't see that as a convenience going out, and fast food options are available, so buyers can hop into their fast food drive-through, pick their breakfast up, and take the kids to school. Bar- Bargaining power of suppliers. There are several resources in the area and nearby Metropolis Charlotte to buy supplies and food. Exit Denver has chosen to use Restaurant Depot in Charlotte, which offers a lot of low cost um, wholesale items, all your restaurant needs, food, supplies, everything you would need to operate your restaurant, they offer. However, you can find the resources at other wholesale distributors like Sam's Club, BJ's, Ollie's, there. So if something ever happened to Restaurant Depot, they were not accessible for me, I could still go and find the items that I need. Um, the only place where I see that um, the suppliers would have a strength is we also source our food from the local Charlotte regional farmers market. And I don't know if you all are familiar with the egg crisis that we recently just had. So something like that could happen where the eggs were found to be bad and there was a recall on the eggs or something to that effect. That could definitely give bargaining power to the suppliers. Um, and most of our menu items, I will say they are in season and they are readily available anywhere you go. We do not have our food and produce delivered. So we're not depending on anyone outside of our business to deliver our goods. So all in all, I will have to say the bargaining power of the suppliers is very weak. Threat of substitutes. As I said earlier, many other breakfast and lunch options available. Many of the restaurants that do not traditionally serve breakfast are starting to offer a brunch menu. This in turn kind of creeps into our market because originally we did not plan on competing with the restaurant and bars, that typically open at 11, stay open to midnight. But now these restaurants, they're starting to say, hey, we're going to throw some eggs and waffles or chicken and waffles, and we're going to call this a brunch. So, people are able to get breakfast a lot of different places now, other than just your diners and cafes. And then more people are choosing to forgo a hearty breakfast and lunch for more healthy options. You're seeing a smoothie movement. There's a lot of smoothie places that are up and coming and are being really successful. And, some people are forgetting lunch and saying, I'm going to go to the gym on my lunch or I'm going to run errands. I'll just have a protein bar. So a lot of people are not stopping to have those lunch meetings like they were anymore. A lot of meetings are conducted virtually. So that takes out a lot of need for what our cafe offers and substitute for, like I said, healthier options, more convenient options for their lifestyles. Threat of new entrants. This is a small town, and right now we are having a problem with our sewer line. Right now we're kind of maxed out on our sewer line for the main area of where all the business and attractions are. So there's not much real estate available for new businesses to come in right now. And like I said, even though we're a small town, we are up and growing because we are right here on Lake Norman, and the school districts are really great. So more people are starting. We're seeing an influx of transplants come into our small town, but that still does not provide more land right now. Also, I don't know if you all voted. This is the primaries for a lot of different counties, and a lot of whether or not there will be commercial real estate becoming available falls on the hands of or the decision of our local commissioners. And so right now a lot of protests for commercial real estate is being denied. They are trying to keep this a very small historical type town. There's a lot of farmland, so they want to keep that same kind of feel right now. So the threat of new entrants in that respect is kind of weak. This town Like I said, there's a huge sense of community. Um, a lot of families know each other. Like I said, this is a lot of the people that's been here kind of been here forever. My husband, he was born and raised here. So there is a loyalist vibe going on here. Uh, some people visit certain restaurants, establishments just because they know that person for years, so they're going to keep giving them their business just based, excuse me, just based off that relationship alone. So again, the threat of new entrants, in my perspective, is weak. Thank you. That is um, all that I have to share for the Porter's Five Forces analysis. Thank you for joining with us again. I partnered with Jared Bailey on this, and this is a hypothetical business exit Denver Cafe.